I remember that me and my dad, I was about to go to school. He was driving, and then we were talking about future. Me and my dad, we always talking about life, about future, about business. So we were talking, and then we saw like mad people like together. In Haiti, when you see people together, it's like something happened. And then my
Right.
dad was like, you know
Right.
what? Let me go see what happened.
You're
And
not,
then I
there's
go
no
with him.
street, there's no street festival or anything like that happening.
No,
It can only be a catastrophe.
when I went, I saw like people. I saw an accident. It was a car accident. And then I saw blood, like mad blood. I still don't get it. People, they were using their phone to make videos. Videos of what? Of a woman under the car crying. Body was under the car. And then they were like using their videos. They didn't call ambulance because in Haiti, they don't really know how to call ambulance. Then did they call police officer? No. It was like just videos. And then my dad was there, and then my dad was like, "What are you doing?" And then
Right.
he was like, "Can you guys help me lift the car?"
That
And then
behavior
those,
also, not to cut you off, that behavior also happens sadly in the US.
oh yeah, I can see that too. And then my dad, we left the car, and then somebody else just pulled the woman over. But the thing is, when we left the car, there's three more bodies. What are you doing? It was just the woman because half of her body was outside. And then when we took her out, she was amputated. So half of her legs was just cut off in half. My dad wasn't like be afraid about the situation. He just took the part of the body, like the leg, he just took it and then just give it to me. I was 22, and then he just give it to me for the first time. The woman, she was breathing on that side, and then I got half of her body on my hand.
Yeah,
Without
that's
my dad didn't think that he's my son, so I'm supposed to protect him from this. No, it was like you're gonna have to see this. You're gonna have to handle this because you're living in Haiti. So you're gonna have to do it. It's not education stuff. It's he just give it to me, and then I was like, all right, I took it, and then I have a license on communication. And then people, you know that better than me. So some people, you're gonna have to keep them awake so that they don't pass out. Don't talk too much because if you talk too much, they're gonna have to make like full sentences. So
right.
they're
Yeah.
gonna probably like just pass out.
Just
So you're
enough to
gonna have
keep them
to ask
awake.
them some questions. Exactly. It was like the best deal ever. My dad as a doctor, me as a communicator. I have a license on communication. And then I was like, all right. I was asking for questions so that the woman can just answer me. We had to drive her on our car. There was a lot of blood. And then I just have the leg, my hand. And then I was talking to the woman. And then my dad was driving so fast. The woman, my dad saved her. The other one was working, and then this side was amputated. So we had to take her, and then we put her in the ambulance, and then I forget the body. I forget the legs on my
Right.
hand. I was
Yeah.
sitting like this. I was like freezing. And then my dad was like, give me the leg. I was like, oh, here. And then after that, I was covered of blood. I had to go back home. Guess what? I washed myself and then I go straight to school. I didn't
Oh
stay
man.
home traumatized. I had to
Right.
go to school because I love school. I love to go to school. I had to go to school because I was going to school to become a lawyer. So I had to go to school. In Haiti,
Yeah.
you can be friends with a guy. You guys grow up together, and the next thing you know, he just died. So it is what
Yeah,
it
because
is.
of the gang violence. You highlight what I've always said is the most important and powerful part of being a caretaker, and that's being human, just being a human being. Like we keep hearing about empathy, and these words, they really don't mean anything if people don't understand what they mean, or they've never been in a position where they truly have to be empathetic. Because the first thing you need to be is brave. And if you're afraid to help somebody, or you're going to tell yourself it's not my problem, you're not worth anything.